Okay, this video is going to be slightly different than the ones I normally make. Normally when I make a video, I have an outline that has all the points I want to go over in order. But this video I'm going to completely improv, so bear with me while I make everything up on the fly. So, you picked your character, you know who you want to play, but the thing is, I don't know what this character is capable of. That's what this video is going to help you is going to help you figure out yourself how to play your character properly just by looking at your character's moves and seeing what it can do. When we look at a move, we want to know three things. We want to know the move's speed, the move's power, and the move's range. Speed, power, and range are the three factors we want to look at. I mean, the more technical people want to look at a couple more. There's a couple side notes on each of those, but for now, we're just going to worry about the speed, the power, and the range of a move at face value. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm just going to pick random. And we're going to get a random character. We're going to explore this character's moveset, no matter who it is. Actually, some characters might be a lot more difficult than others. So, we'll see what we got. Alright, so I got Lucas. Alright. I actually don't know too much about Lucas. I like the character, but I just don't know much about him. So, alright, just off the bat, just know it, seeing how he moves. Just by seeing how he moves, we know he's not particularly exceptional in a lot of in the speed department. Okay, he's nothing really special, but he's not terrible either. Certainly not the fast. I mean, he is quick in his own right. That's not terrible. By jumping, oh, he's got like a float. Okay, his double jump's like a float. That might be, might be like a recovery tool right there for him. That's neat. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at a couple moves. Not all of them, because that would take us a long time. But we're going to take a look at a couple moves, and we're going to see its speed, its power, and its range. So I'm going to start off with, we'll just start off with his jab, his basic jab. Okay. So it looks like he does 3 kicks. It's okay, it's pretty fast. It's not great, but it's pretty fast. And it's got alright range. Let's see how much damage it does. Alright, let me just send him back to 0. Okay, the whole combo does about 9. Okay, we definitely know he doesn't do a lot of damage, at least off his jab. It might not... It could be like... It is pretty fast, though. I notice he recovers from it pretty quickly. So, we might not want to use his jab too much. It's really not that great of a move. But his down tilt, though, look at that. That's a pretty good. It's got alright range, and it's very, very fast. Look at that. I'm just mashing A, and that's how fast it's coming out. That is a very good move. Oh, I can just do that over and over again. That does about 8% with each hit. So that's a pretty good move. His forward tilt. Ooh, look at that. That's good. That's got alright range. And it's got pretty good power. It's not terrible. Look at that. And it kind of stuns him for a little bit, too. So we might be able to... That might be a good get-off-me tool, kind of. Just kind of just use that just to get them off of you if they're pressuring you a little bit. Up tilt's similar to the forward tilt, except it's like right above them. Oh, that kind of sucks up people from underneath, too. That's kind of funny. Look at that. Huh. Okay, so we see Lucas. Alright, he's got alright power and alright speed, but his range definitely is lacking. So we're probably gonna want to be in their face a lot. Let's take a look at his grab. Oh, now we're talking. We got some range here, boys. We got a snake that comes out, and this is his grab. So we got some range here. Oh man, that's something else right there. Okay, so we see a character like Lucas doesn't. All of his moves we looked at so far don't have a lot of range, but the grab does. So we might want to keep, and that's pretty fast too, all things considered for a range grab. So we're gonna want to keep that in mind. We're gonna want to keep grabbing a little bit as Lucas. grab is going to be a pretty useful tool here. Let's take a look at some of his other moves. His Nair, alright, that's not... It's all around him, but that I can tell just by looking at it, that's a multi-hit move, right? So we might be able to follow that up with grab. I mean, you saw me do it earlier, so I'm not going to lie. I know that we can follow it up with. If I can freaking do it right. Jeez. Come on, Justin. I don't know. That wasn't not a true combo. I don't know. For some reason, I can't dash out of that. Okay. Well, regardless. So having a move that actually has some range and it being his grab, that's pretty good. So what we could do, we could kind of use our short range moves. If we get in, we can do a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure on our enemies with these short and fast range moves. Because they know they do a good bit of damage too. So that might get him shielding a little bit, and then when they shield, we can catch him with this long range grab, which is particularly useful. Just looking at some other of his aerials, they kind of follow the same pattern. Not a lot of range, but they are pretty fast, and I'm gonna guess they probably have some good damage. Like that's 14% off the back air. That's pretty good. And that spikes. You heard that hitbox. Or you heard that sound. That's a spike, too. Although that move's kind of slow. Usually most spikes are pretty slow because they don't want to be... spikes that are fast are usually pretty powerful. Alright. Yeah, we saw his headbutt up there. That's, again, very short range. But probably does a good bit of damage. 13%. That's not terrible. Forward air, same story. Down air, I'm gonna guess. Yeah. That's actually probably a pretty good pressure tool. Just by thinking, just quick theory crafting off the top of my head, we might be able to, if they're shielding, come at them, make them shield, and then hit them with a grab. So that's pretty neat. Let's take a look at his specials then. We've seen how all his moves go, so let's take a look at his specials. Let's start with neutral special. Wow. Does that do 30%, like fully charged? Just about. Alright, well, move does have good range and good power, but we notice it lacks speed. You're stuck there for a while. So what happens if I'm pressuring Kirby and maybe I do it over? He has free range to attack me there, so that keeps me in one place for a while. That might not be the best move to use. Other specials we have. Ooh, okay. So, for a character that we don't have a lot of range with, this is going to be a range. I can already tell right here. This is a great tool in neutral to pressure him from a distance, to get him shielding so we can come in with that good grab. Just for, man, that actually is a really good tool. Like it doesn't have a lot of power, but it does have speed and it does have range. So that's going to be a good tool for us in neutral. We probably won't want to like hit hard with this. But that is going to be a very good neutral tool. Up B. Okay, PK Thunder. Again, another projectile that keeps him in place for a little bit. Just off the top of my head, I do know that Lucas, you can use this as a recovery tool. That's not a tradition. His up B isn't like a traditional up special where it kind of helps you recover, although, because you do have the float here, and Lucas does have the tether that he can recover with. But this also does help you recover a little bit. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I have to say much more than that. So just through a little bit of exploration, we know what to do with Lucas's kit now. We know that he doesn't have a lot of range, but he's short. He doesn't have a lot of range, but he's short. Yeah, good one, Justin. He doesn't have a lot of range, but he does hit very hard. But he does have a couple moves that do have some range. You know, particularly his side B. and his grab. So maybe we might want to use our range options and our up close power to get our opponent shielding, and then we can grab him. So we have a good idea of how to play Lucas now, just through about 10 minutes of exploring this character's kit. So you can do this with any character too. Just kind of figure out, do a little bit of exploration, do a little bit of labbing, so you can see how your character can do its damage and how your character can kill. So.